Welcome back to House Rich, the real estate show, home of the world's best home buying tips. Today is Memorial Day, so I want to acknowledge it. I think somehow Memorial Day has turned into mattress sales and cookouts. We forget what Memorial Day actually is. It's to honor people that have died fighting for this country. And some people that have died fighting for this country that weren't good enough, air quotes if you listen to the podcast, to actually be honored by this country. So we're actually going to dive into the origins of Memorial Day, which a lot of folks don't know was started by black soldiers. I didn't know this until about 2-3 years ago when I stumbled across the article on the internet. It's amazing what you don't actually learn in school. But me, I was actually in the military. If you don't know that or not, I don't really talk about it a lot. But one thing being in the military, it helped me see just the different aspects of many people that are in this country. So you think, people join the military. Certainly there are folks that grew up saying, hey, I want to be in the military. I want to fight for my country. But honestly, a lot of the people it's people that, hey, honestly, like me, wanted to pay for college. It's folks that didn't have anything else to do, were looking for a job. It's folks that, the old cliche, I literally know people like this, that it was like go to jail or join the military. And so, those are the people that are, dying for the country as well. Folks that, quote unquote, had no idea they'd be in the military when they grew up. And so I just want to acknowledge that the Memorial Day is for the people that actually die fighting for this country. It's not just sales and discounts you see online. So I'm just going to read this article directly from Time. It's called The Overlooked Black History of Memorial Day. It was written by OLIVIA Waxman, May 22nd, 2020. Nowadays, Memorial Day honors veterans of all wars, but its roots are in America's deadliest conflict, the Civil War. Approximately 620,000 soldiers died, about 2/3 from disease. The work of honoring the dead began right away all over the country, and several American towns claim to be the birthplace of Memorial Day. Researchers have traced the earliest annual commemoration to women who laid flowers on soldiers' graves in the Civil War Hospital of Columbus, Mississippi in 1866. But historians like Pulitzer Prize winner David Blight have tried to raise awareness of freed slaves who decorated soldiers' graves a year earlier to make sure their story gets told too. So let's dive into it. So according to Blight's 2001 book, Race and Reunion, A Civil War in America Memory, a commemoration organized by free slaves and some white missionaries took place May 1st, 1865 in Charleston, South Carolina, at a former planter's racetrack where Confederates held captured Union soldiers during the last year of the war. At least 275 prisoners died, many of disease, and were buried in unmarked graves, so black residents of Charleston, South Carolina decided to give them a proper burial. In the approximately 10 days leading up to the event, roughly 24 African-American Charlestonians reorganized the graves in rows and built a 10-foot-tall white fence around them. An archway overhead spelled out "Martyrs of the Racecourse" in black letters. About 10,000 mostly black residents participated in the May 1st tribute. According to coverage back then in the Charleston Daily Courier and the New York Tribune, starting at 9 a.m., about 3,000 black school children paraded around the racetrack holding roses and singing the Union song "John Brown's Body." They were followed by adults representing aid societies for free black men and women. The pastor delivered sermons and led attendees in prayer and in the singing of spirituals. There were picnics. James Redpath, the white director of Freedmen's Education in the region, organized about 30 speeches by Union officers, missionaries, and black ministers. Participants sang patriotic songs like "America" and "We'll Rally Around the Flag," the Star-Spangled Banner, and in the afternoon, 3 white and black Union regiments marched around the graves and staged a drill. The New York Tribune described the tribute as a procession of friends and mourners in South Carolina and the United States never saw before. The gravesites looked like one mass flower, and the breeze wafted the sweet perfumes from them, and joys of tears were shed. The tribute gave birth to American tradition, Blight wrote in Race and Reunion. The war was over, and Memorial Day had been founded by African Americans in remembrance of the consecration. So there we go. That's 1865, the origins of Memorial Day. I'd never heard about that. So I think it's an interesting story. It was basically started by folks who were good enough to fight for this country, but weren't good enough to die for this country. So just something to think about. Once again, Memorial Day is a day to honor folks that have died for this country, not just to purchase mattresses on discount. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you.